Hello and welcome back, ladies and gents. We're back in another episode of Valheim. Or we're back in Valheim. A couple of things that have changed between the episodes. I started a carrot farm. I smelted all of the metal. And we actually need about double the amount of copper that I thought we would have needed. Having gotten these done, it is unreasonably dark. Is it nighttime? I thought it just became day. Goal of this episode. Farm more carrots, because, yes, we're going to need a lot more. So let me grab that real quick. Do a bit of farming in the beginning. Carrot seed and oak saplings, those are good. Still working on how I want to plan a build coming up. It should be in the next couple episodes. I'm also going to go back and retitle some of the older episodes, so that way there's a little bit more than just, hey, episode what. So this will probably be something along the lines of Back to the Black Forest. Now, we did just discover a bunch of good foods. All of these are really nice. Nothing to go to the Black Forest for. We need a lot more blueberries. I used a lot of them to turn into this. This is a better deal. That health bonus is far better. This would also be a nice one to have. Carrot soup. Obviously, just need carrots. It's pretty much the stoppage of hunter-gatherer, and straight into farming simulator, apparently. It's the best I can come up with. I was going to go somewhere more clever with that, but nope, farming simulator it is. Now, I know it really doesn't technically matter how I put these down, but I do like having them in the rows because it just looks nicer. Are they good matching rows? No, but even in real life they wouldn't be like that. Oh, and there we are. Alright, so we'll give that, I believe it's 3 days in-game for it to grow. Come back over here. Throw this in there. Now, we did see a troll in the last video when we were mining. I'm thinking if we do something similar and use it to mine if we use it to mine instead of using the pickaxe, we can save the pickaxe for more tin, or even other things that might be more needed. Wow. I didn't expect that to be like that. So we're going to cook up the rest of these. One of the other things to have noted is on the settings, I didn't want to have to worry about transporting metal back and forth a ton. So I did change a couple of settings so I could teleport with metal. I don't plan to really use it unless I'm overly full. I don't have any intention of really using the teleporting system, mostly because as much as I do like it, as far as like a game mechanic, it does kind of take away from the experience of the game itself. I'm not going to really judge people if they want to have it on or off. It's how I'm playing it. That's how the series is going to continue with it. And that's pretty much as far as I'm going to really go with it. I have no intention of really trying to say my way is better. I'm not going to do anything like that. I'm just doing this to have fun. And it's what this is. If you're not having fun in the game, why are you playing it? Yeah, I get some people like watching people get angry at games. I do too. I get angry at games too. It's human nature. Well, not to get angry at games, but to get angry in general. It's human nature. So we're going to take the cart, because the bridge is in functional order. I figure we'll use the nice bridge. At some point that will move, but obviously right now the bridge ain't done. It's getting there. I wanted to make it so that way we could get in with a boat underneath. I don't know if this is tall enough. This might be tall enough. I haven't taken the raft to go and discover if it is or isn't. I figure I'd let that experience dictate itself when it comes to that. Personally, if it doesn't, it's gonna be real fun watching the boat become skyborne. So we are going to head back towards the mining hut. Mostly because it's in an area that's relatively useful. And quite honestly, there was a lot of copper over there. And with the amount of time between the videos, some of the stuff might have respawned. I don't know if stuff actually does respawn. Some stuff feels like it does, but it might just be selective items. Another thing that I'm thinking about doing is starting a large open server for individuals to play on. This probably won't be for some time, and it would need it would need moderators that could both help and keep stuff stable. Mostly to make it run a little bit smoother. I know a lot of people might not like having moderators around, but I find it's a good idea to have. You want someone to be able to neutral party any sort of exchange or alternative interactions that may occur. Good place to get a neck. There's a lot of them here. The next thing I would like to do is, obviously, probably not this episode, well, definitely not this episode, but in, I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4 episodes, I want to be able to tackle the Elder boss and have that get knocked out. Mostly because by that point I should be more than ready. I should have the food necessary. I should have everything else I need. That pretty much rounds up any of the initial commentary. I'm also undecided on what I want to use for a long-term weapon, and I'm almost tempted to go into the swords because that skill becomes useful later. I know it will put me at a disadvantage for the bone mass boss, but I don't mind making a tool just to do that fight with. Oh, there it is. Overshot slightly. It's a fairly good island. This is all attached so far. Ooh, mushrooms. Those are good. Are there any more on the ground? Not that I'm seeing. Well, good to find. Definitely still need those. Those are always a good thing to have. One of the biggest challenges that we're going to start running into is food, especially while we're waiting on the carrots to grow. And as far as this Black Forest is going, it's starting to run out of the materials that we're needing. In the grand sense, they're running out. I don't imagine we'll be 100% out on this for some time. But obviously when you start pulling resources from one spot too much, it will start going away. It becomes less profitable to be there. And from what we know about this place, we have this is the Black Forest in here. I don't know how big it is. I assume it's at least this coastline here. There's a little bit over here that we can also go and check out. There's another outpost over there. And up here there's like a mini one. It's not a super big one. But again, it'd still be something that can be used. And this is all on the main island. Like, we haven't left the main island. Yeah, we're kind of far from spawn. Not really. So, we'll dump off all the collected items from the way here. We'll get a spawn point in this spot. All kinds of things. We're going to leave that front box for that. We're going to put food in that. Going to slap a repair. And we're about midday, so I guess we won't take the cart. We'll do some foraging. We'll do some scouting. Make this a nice scout run. Get this in the inventory. And we'll run in here and grab whatever we find. Now, I'm pretty sure there's nothing really in this direction, mostly because it immediately turns into the mountain. And I don't really want to challenge my luck with the mountain. Like, the outpost here is pretty close as it is. All the trees I knocked down from the last trip here. That is copper, I believe. Right? No, it's not. No, I don't really care for the bones either. And we're just gonna grab everything. We are gonna hunt some more deer just because with the new recipes it'll be nice. If we find a wolf, we will be going after it as well. This is copper. Oh, there's one of these here? No, I might have already been to this. I don't really know. Doesn't look like anything's here. So it might already have been done. No, I hear them now. So we got another big node of copper right there. I should probably start marking some of these. I will grab the spawn seed. So or the world seed. So if anyone wants to play on the same map, they are welcome to. It is a nice little bit of a map. I like typically the larger starting islands. This one is quite large in the grand scheme of things. That's massive. And we are going to dot and put copper. So we'll have some copper marked. Now, there's probably a few more. There's usually some more around. And I'm not too inclined, or I'm not picky about trying to mine copper just as the surface shown. I'm not going to dig for it. I just don't think it's truly worth digging that much. It uses far too much of the durability on your tools, in my opinion. Obviously, just do as you're going to do. I'm not going to judge how anyone else wants to play. But personally, I'm not going to go for it. Oh, hi. Wow, that was a good strike. I'm also not going to fill up with all that stuff. Mostly because it's not really that useful. I can I can turn a spawner into a thing. And I do want to do that at some point too, oh, dang, that was a good one too. So we'll keep facing this way, we'll mark this. Copper. Yeah, I figured he was gonna come. Again, don't care for it. Well, don't care for what he drops, I should say. Deer usually run a little bit. It's definitely not too far. Ooh, no, there's that one. Oh, hey, look, there he is. There's another one down there. Which is good. A lot of blueberries on the way. There we go. Oh, there wasn't multiple? I thought there were two there. Nope, that one's not either. I don't think I've talked to this stone either. All the good lore. I'll let it pop up in case someone wants to read it. There's some land over there. It looks like some black forest, which, yeah, we can get to. Take some time, and we'll need to build a boat. And I think all we need for that is a little bit more of some brass. Ooh, we're going to run out of food here in a minute. I haven't eaten. Now, I don't really want to go any higher. Honestly, I don't. That's a sheer face. Damn. That's tall. I know I also, and understandably, I also have double resources on, guys, so don't think that this is just ridiculousness with this. This is double resources. I personally like the double resources because I don't have to play too much with harvesting, and it works better for the recording. Why don't I have it at 3 or maxed out? Mostly because at that point it does take away from the fact that it's an exploring game. You need to explore. If you're gonna play on, now I would say if you have large servers with like a lot of people, absolutely, definitely have it on a ×3, because then that means people don't need it as much, and if they do want it, they're doing it for a trading reason, and that's pretty much what they're gonna cause themselves to be as like a profession in that server. Which doesn't really sound like a whole lot of fun. Like even the way that I mine, like the way I mine, yeah, I use the pickaxe for the most part, but at the same time I use the trolls when I can. And it's way nicer to use the trolls to crack some of the rocks and run off after that. Now, there was a troll cave. Oh, don't have any stamina. There was a troll cave. I thought it was back there. In fact, I was pretty certain it was back here. Has it despawned? I swear it was right here. So do troll cave, or troll cave's not like a locked-in spawn? Oh, there's another copper. Again, I don't want to get too high up here, so we'll mark that down for some more copper. I guess what I thought was a cave is not, unless they can despawn. That looks like copper there too. That's a brute. There's a spawner down there somewhere. Come on, you. And it is getting dark. Unfortunate. Grab us a torch now that, there we go. Can't see super great. Might pull back into that tower. I don't like shamans. They're a pain in my ass. Yeah, let's we'll take refuge in the tower that was back here. Be the best option. Oh, more copper. Oh, that was the same copper. Boink. Oh, yay. Just what I needed. More problems. Why is there so many? That's the better question. I was gonna say. There we go. On the bright side, their bodies are great uses for a door. Nope, not auto walk. We need one of these. Put it over. put it back here. Man, I like being right next to harvestable things and not being able to harvest any of it. Oh, hi, big guy. Come on. And I hate trying to fight anything off of the ground. Now who's here? Put a gate. A little bit of more armor, and that will work as a good counter. Can I hold out the torch with this? No, that's really stupid that you can't hold the torch out with that. Furniture. Standing torch. Standing torch. And standing torch. Why have light and temporary structure? Because it makes it nicer to be in. Now we do have some nice deer, so we can make that. Got some shelter going. Now as soon as I can get my character's existence to the top of this building, and we're missing the requirement. Oh, hi. That's a big guy. That is not very helpful. Oops. Wrong button again. All over the place. Been playing so many other games in recent days. But we're going to call that episode here. We did a little bit of stuff. We moved over here. Next couple episodes, we're in farming. I'm going to be right back on that. Have a good one, ladies and gents.